Everybody take their seat. Ms. Harper, if you'll call the roll, please, ma'am.
Representative Reynolds.
Here.
Representative South. Here. Representative Hall. Representative Blackshear. Here. Representative Bracy. Representative Easterbrook. Representative Kitchens. Here. Representative Lamb. Here. Representative Lee. Here. Representative McCampbell. Representative Mooney. Here. Representative Sorrells. Here. Representative Sells. Here. Representative Warren. Representative Witt. You have 10. You have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Harper. And we will have some members kind of moving in and out. They've got constituents here and government officials from their districts, and we'll have some moving out and some other members moving back in, but I appreciate everyone being here. Let's call the first bill on the row, please.
House Bill 87 by Representative Moore, law enforcement, increase the time period during which an agency of the state or a political subdivision of the state. Oh, never mind. Okay, 1 second, sorry. House Bill 40 by Representative Hill, justices and judges revise compensation received by retired justices and judges who are called to active duty. Sorry.
Welcome, Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. I've got a meeting, as you know, starting at the same time. But this bill is very similar to the bill we passed yesterday that concerns state employees, which is to give us an opportunity to rehire those state employees that have been retired. This is judges. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we have a shortage of judges in parts of this state. You know, some of you come from places that you've got that shortage, and it'll shift. This is not to take the place of hiring new judges. You got a bill in front of you, I think it's 145, that asks you to fund 13 new judgeships over a period of 3 years, but that is not this. That is not this. This asks you to allow retired judges to be called back into service for the purpose of filling that gap. Until we get to the end. We have passed this bill substantively for the last 3 years out of the House, and I ask you to do so again. And by the way, Representative Blackshear has an amendment, and it's friendly, and I will accept it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Hey, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Chair, here's what I'm going to do on HB 40 on replace line 119 on page 5 with the following. In parentheses, $780 per day subject to state funding. A judge may only be called. And the second change is replace line 226 on page 9 with the following. $780 subject to state funding. A judge may.
And I accept that. That's a friendly amendment. It was never the purpose for the counties to pay the judges. Counties don't pay you. They don't pay you state judges now. And these are this is rehiring retired state judges. So that's a friendly amendment, and I absolutely accept it.
I appreciate it. I have a motion on the amendment. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Amendment's accepted. Mr. Chairman, got a motion on it as amended. Second, Mr. Mooney. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Your report.
No, thank you very much.
It's a favorable report, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
House Bill 112, Crawford, Representative Crawford, Limestone County Board of Registrars meeting days.
Chairman Crawford, welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for moving me up where I could get to my other meeting. I appreciate that. This House Bill 112 deals with the Board of Registrars in Limestone County. Currently, we're at 3 days a week, and with the growth in all of that area, they have requested it to go to 5 days a week. It has a fiscal note of $24,100 for that change. If there's any questions, I'll be.
Any questions? Yes, sir. You're in favor? We got a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Your bill receives a favorable report.
Thank you, members.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate you.
House Bill 87 by Representative Moore, law enforcement, increase the time period during which an agency of the state or a political subdivision of the state must reimburse the agency of the state or political subdivision of the state that paid for training of a law enforcement officer, certified corrections officer, fire protection personnel, or firefighter.
Representative Moore, welcome.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think she pretty much spelled out the whole bill, but essentially what this does is it takes from 24 months up to 36 months if a police officer, a firefighter, or what have you, works for, say, a smaller municipality and they get plucked by a larger municipality within that time frame, that larger municipality is responsible to recoup that payment for the investiture of that officer if the other municipality paid for them to go to the academy. This would extend it from 2 years up to 3 years to help them fully recover their full cost of investing in that officer. And it also includes for reimbursement purposes for some of their ballistic vests and things like that that have to be personally custom fitted.
And just a quick comment before I open it up for questions. I appreciate you working the bill. I've certainly had some comments to you before we put it on committee, and you went out and you worked the other associations and A-Post and got buy-in from all of them. I appreciate you doing that.
Yes, I will say the Sheriff's Association, A-Post, and the Chiefs Association are on board.
Members, any question?
Here.
You have a question, or Representative Bracy?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I like this bill. One of the things that I noticed from doing research, a lot of times when we have accidents or some fatalities with officers and people, a lot of it is because of training and people not having longevity in these police departments. And, you know, a lot of times people have 3 years or less experience on the force. I think this is helping us to have more quality, seasoned people on the force, which I think helps to build stronger relationships in those communities. People are getting more familiar with officers, and I think this is something that can help bridge some of the gaps that, you know, I've been concerned with. So I like to proudly go on record supporting this public safety police officer bill today.
Thank you, Representative Bracy. Any other questions? Representative Moot. We have favorable, second by Ms. Hall. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Your bill receives a favorable report. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, committee.
And Ms. Harper, HB 140 by Representative Ellis, we'll carry that over to call the chair.
Okay, House Bill 159 by Representative Faulkner, court cost appointed attorney's compensation and commitment proceedings further provided for.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Members, currently probate judges, when they're doing commitment proceedings, they can give an attorney's fee to the attorney that is representing that person, but they can only do so from the point the attorney is appointed. What all this bill is doing, it's, as you can see, a very short bill with the key amendment here, other than cleaning up just language, is that one sentence on page 2, which is a one-page bill really, but is fees for an attorney appointed to advocate for the petitioner may include reasonable fees related to consultation and preparation of the petition prior to appointment, subject to approval by the judge of probate. So we're not taking, right now, the judge is the one who awards those fees for someone that has done the petition in one of these mental health proceedings. And all we're doing is saying you've got a big problem out there because that attorney is having to meet with the person before the hearing, and they just want the judge to be able, the judges want to be able to do this, the lawyers want it to be able to happen, that they could get paid for meeting with the person prior to the hearing. And so, because then the hearing's when they get appointed. So this is just putting it in front of the judge, allowing it to the judge to have the discretion to say, okay, you met with the person before, you prepared the petition, how many hours did you spend? I spent 2 hours. Okay, you can be compensated for that. Right now, they're really not able to be compensated for the work they're doing before the hearing. So just giving the judge the right to, in his discretion, to award that attorney the fees for the preparation of the hearing.
Thank you, Representative Falker. Any questions? Do I have a motion? I have a motion, Representative Lee. Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Your bill receives a favorable report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members.
Representative Faulkner. Is someone here for Senator Chambliss? I will carry SB 14 over to call the chair. All right, members, I'll entertain a motion to dismiss. So granted.